The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Now, Basil Chapman.
Good morning, everyone. Basil Chapman here on this Thursday, the 21st of November. We're looking at the Dow after that NVIDIA report. Let me just see NVIDIA right now. Trading down $2.25 at 143.70. Actually, it's all over the show. It did spike to 152.89. I'll come back to that in a moment. What I wanted to do is this. I believe that what we're looking at here is that NVIDIA is going to separate itself. No, the market is going to separate itself from NVIDIA to a certain extent. Because if you look at the different sectors, within each sector, there are some strengths. And I think that those strengths will be accentuated over the coming few sessions as the market tries its best just to break away. And don't forget, NVIDIA is in the Dow, NVIDIA is in the S&P, NVIDIA is in the QQQ, Index 100. NVIDIA is in the SMHs, a very important ingredient in the SMHs, semiconductors. It is in the XLK. It's even in AI peripherally, but actually a very important part of AI. Where's the AIQ right now trading? It did spike higher. It's trading now unchanged at 38.19. It went to an all-time high just recently of 39. Was that 22 or something? 30. I forgot to type it in. 39.16. 39.16 on the 7th of November. Type that in. We are long. We've been long for quite a long time. But meantime, that's this rotation through different sectors that I'm seeing. Okay, let's get back to our story. So the S&P 500 had a lovely spike. Well, overnight, there was a fantastic low that was made early this morning, and then there was this huge move up, and the S&P actually went to 59.47, and now it's at 5,900, 47 points off the high. I suspect that what we're looking at here is the same sort of thing, kind of a separation that's trying to evolve. We've filled the gap, almost filled. Yep, we filled the gap from about a week ago. And I've got a leg D in the weekly chart. I think it's going to hold. It's going to struggle, but I think it's going to hold in the end. Just want to have a look at this, if you don't mind. Yeah, I think we're just starting to try to have a look at all those support levels right in the 1 minute chart. Yeah, I think that we're very choppy. Actually, look at this peak F in the 10-minute chart of the E-mini. A single slide to the downside has a good bounce to the 9-period moving average, comes tumbling down to a lower low, just trying its best to form some kind of support. It was a peak in the 5-minute chart. Let's get out of that and we'll go back to our story. And our story says that the QQQ, where this is very important, of course, is trading right now down 3.5 at 499. You've got to look at this and say, well, it didn't fill the gap from a week and a half ago. It is, in fact, from the 506.96 high of today, is at 499.80, about 500. So by the end of the day, you want to see some repairing done. You want to see QQQ, the Index 100, try to get from the high of 506.96 to the low of 499.07. You want it to be back towards this 14-period moving average, maybe get to the 502 level by the end of the day, that is. It's going to be very important. IWM, Russell 2000. Up 1. And this is what I say to subscribers, that we're looking at the Russell 2000 as if to say it's kind of divorcing itself. It's kind of separating itself from the noise of an NVIDIA or that crowd. And you can see it's holding quite nicely. The day is young, but it is showing some independence. And that was really important because it's got a gap up. It's at 231.90. It's up 1. I should say we are long. We've added to our long, but it's at this particular point, it's a real wait and see because there's a very important 234 to 235 level that needs to be tagged. I prefer to see it tagged by Friday's close at 4 o'clock. That to me will be good. I don't want to see it fail and get back to the 229s. That's the IWM, Russell 2000. Look at that double top. We've been talking about double tops, 244.46 in November of 2021. Tanks down to the 161 level, comes all the way back to where? 242.39. Look at this, NOC. I don't know if I showed this yesterday. NOC. This is Northrop Grumman. Northrop Grumman goes to 556.27 way back in 2022, October. Really craters, comes down to the 420s, goes right back again to where? 555.57. And now it's started to pull back. These double tops, you've got to watch them very, very closely. All right, let's get on with our story. We wanted to look at the SMHs right now. The SMHs are down $1.10 at 241.44. I've been looking at this for a while, and I've been saying the idea that you can go, I can't say peripherally because it's so important. The semis, remember, I call the semis the oil, the crude oil of the 21st century, just as crude oil was in everything, going all the way from the 1900s to 2000s. So I'm beginning to think, and if you don't mind, I'm just going to try this 7. Okay, yeah, sorry. Okay, one of the things that we're looking at is in the semiconductors, there's this rectangle pattern. It's called the large rectangle pattern, the Chapman wave methodology. Basically what it says is when you come sharply down like a single leg A, and then you start to move higher and you go peak A, then and a pullback, and then start to make higher lows and higher highs, you should be able to get to a leg D underneath, just underneath the previous high, right on or just above. This has stalled for 5 weeks. It has not been able to get above that peak C of in the 260, 261 area. That just says to me, we're looking at this rotation that is slowly looking at the sectors and saying, well, the semiconductors have had their huge move, peak D in the monthly chart at 283.07. There's no reason why you can't see a timeout. It doesn't have to break down. Remember, I think the semis invariably lead us up and they lead us down, but sometimes they lag and sometimes they've done their job and they have to have a breather. And I think that's the case right now. Do I think the semis are in a shorting situation? I don't think just yet. I don't want to talk about my tomorrow's Technical Friday. I'll go back into the Technical Friday and say what I'm really looking for over a period of the next few weeks. And basically, I'm looking for slightly higher highs. Doesn't have to be a very big breakout to the upside, but slightly higher highs in like the Dow and the Dow probably and the IWM. I think are the two that I'm watching very closely. All right. With that said, let's go on to gold. Gold was up quite sharply before. It's up 15 right now, up 16 at 2667. Very nice leg A, great leg A. Look, the 9 hasn't even crossed positive yet. So at this point, even though we're long, I'm still calling this a bounce. I'm not saying this is the real thing. I'm saying it's a bounce. You have had some nice moves in some of the gold and silver stocks, not all. So this says to me, it's a work in progress. The MACD hasn't even crossed positive. I'll be back in a moment, and as we do that, we'll look at silver. And silver is down a fraction.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
TFNN has launched The Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, we're back. So I just wanted to show you something here. Look at this 200-period moving average in the 10-minute chart. Look how it went under it, but it keeps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 10-minute bars. It went under the 200-period moving average, and now it is above it. And it got stopped at the 14-period exponential moving average. This is the 10-minute chart of the E-mini, S&P E-mini. And look, here's the 5-minute. And look how these support levels, automated Chapman Wave support levels worked. And it went right through the resistance. I like to see that because it makes this 200-period moving average of 59.46 some kind of a target over the next, I'd say, 30 minutes or so. And we're going to see if we can even get there and then break above it. So looking at all these, this is in the 1-minute chart, 59.46. The support is at 59.33 in the 5-minute chart. I just thought I'd mention that because it's ongoing, it's live. It tells you how at least I'm using techniques all the time. So let's go back to the story. And the story says that silver, that's struggling. And that to me says that I've got to treat the gold rally as some kind of a broader economic, geopolitical scene right now. I really don't have much choice but to do that. But in the bigger picture, I will only know if gold, let me just do this, go back to gold, because that's the one I'm focusing on right now. I'll only know if gold is actually able to get close to the 2740 to 2750 area. And here we are way down 2670. So it's a work in progress, as I say. I want you to go to a high-grade copper. High-grade copper keeps trying to bounce, doesn't hold the bounce. It's down at 0.01 at 4.14. I want you to go to the dollar. So DXY, the dollar right now it's right at that trend line. It needs to break it. It broke it yesterday, but didn't hold. It needs to go above it. It's at 106.65, unchanged. It needs, really to confirm for me that this is a leg C and that there's higher highs to come, I want to see 107.07 to start leg C in the daily chart. Look at that leg A, single leg A, but it's at a new recovery high. So this is a legitimate A at this particular point. We'll see what happens over a period of time. Just really quickly, the EUR, USD, I was asked about that. Yeah, this is at the bottom. It's trying to form some kind of support level at the 1.05 level. It's at 1.053. I just don't see very much there right now. USD JPY, this is the currency, the yen, pulling back a little bit here. It's down. It's 154.07, down 1.34. So I'm watching this to see, are we getting a little bit tied in the yen? We'll see about that. So far, it's holding quite nicely. I need to just show you Bitcoin. Bitcoin new all-time high at 97,500. It hit 98,860. It was a difficult thing. I was deciding for subscribers. We've got IBIT. It's done absolutely fantastic. Gone from the 29, I think it's 29, to the 55 level. Wow. I mean, this is just a spectacular move. And I'm looking at it, and the weekly chart. See, here's the BTC. But if you go to say GBTC, that's in a leg D. I'm more inclined to think of this as a D right now, D in the weekly chart for the Bitcoin Investment Trust, leg D in the monthly chart. I think it's getting a little toppy. Look at these gaps to the upside, and each candle's getting a little smaller. So I'm watching this very closely to see whether or not we're about to have a little bit of a turn down. Most importantly, what I am looking at right now is that within the context of rotation through everything. Look at this. This is natural gas. I spoke about it yesterday. Look at that. I typed in C yesterday. Well, no, that's because it gets smoothed out. That's A, that's B, and this is C. Let me go to U and G. That's a little bit, most people don't use the futures. If they don't use the futures, they use the United States Natural Gas Fund. It's trading at 15.45. Nice leg C. Yes, we did start a position in the United States Natural Gas Fund. First time that it's broken the trend line. Look at the symmetry of this trend line, with the trend line that goes to the high that was made back in the week of the 12th of January of this year, dropped sharply from that area in the 27th. Oops. It comes all the way back to 12.35, goes to a leg C right here underneath. So this is the price time matches, and so far it looks like it's trying to race in a shorter time span to get to the plumb line that I use, which is the low right there at 12.35 on the 31st of October. But the fact that it's broken this resistance level, because it had a double top right here, the week of the 24th of May at 21.61, the week of the 14th of January at 21.56, and then again right here on the week of the 4th of October at 16.80. So this is a very important move to the upside. The MACD's been rising in the weekly chart. The stochastic has just been wobbling around. It's at 19%. That's not great. On-balance volume is running. That's good. And most importantly, you've got this trend line that I drew in ages ago. Ages ago. And I said, well, forget about that. Let's go to this, and we'll space it out a little bit, right there. Look at that. So look at that. Look at the touch. Every time it touched, I drew a trend line, and it went above it, and that was the first important thing for the last 4 months. It's been testing the lows, but it's forming a base, and that base you can see here in the weekly chart. And for the first time, we break into the upside. Hey, I hope this is not saying that winter is going to be horrible, because I don't need that. But in the meantime, United States natural gas is moving higher. We talk about crude oil. Crude oil is not really following the same trajectory. It's moving up a little bit here, but it's really in the low range. It's closer to the 200-period moving average of 65 than it is to the top part at 76 of the Chapman Wave Inside Track repellent zone. I'm going to narrow that zone, making it higher. Right there. So that's his 75. crude oil has to get to 75 to say, I'm turning the corner a little bit. So far, it hasn't done that. Let's go to bonds. Bonds are up 630 seconds, stuck in this range at the bottom here. Those yields are still moving higher. All right, so I need to do a couple of things here just to clarify what I want to do today. So I did that. I had a question about AI. AI is the C3 AI Inc. AI software. Went to a leg D this morning, spiked to 34.72, pulling back. It's still up 74 cents. The stochastics at 78. So doing all this at recovery highs, not all-time highs. That was up in the 170s, and it plummeted down to the what was that? It was like 17 or something. No, 10.16. Back in 10.16 back in December of 2022. Then ran up very nicely into the 50s, and now it's sort of gone sideways. And the 9-period moving average for the first time in a couple of months has gone back to L, meaning across positive. The weekly chart is in leg C. Yeah, this is a work in progress in the sense that it's got to get out of this whole trading range and start to move into the 30, 39, 41 area. So this is good action, but I think it's just a little bit toppy short term. It should hold 31. I'll be back.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Tiger Technicians Hour is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi folks, we're back. Let me just get this email over here. So I got an email about EH, which is E-Hanger Holdings. I don't know if that's EV aircraft, whatever it is, but it's down 3.25 at 12.04, down 21%. So I've been monitoring a lot of these electric vehicles. I mean, it's spectacular. There are some that are automobiles, and it doesn't take, and they look like cars, they're three-wheelers, and then they have the wings, and they fly, they look fantastic. You know what? When I told my friend back in 2003 that the Prius, and when he said, I'm into electric cars, I want to see the end of gas-generated automobiles. I can't stand paying for that. It'll be 10 years' time, it'll be all over. I said, 50 years is what happens from start to finish in any technology. Photography, doesn't matter what it is, takes 50 years. And here we are, what is this, 22 years along. And 12% of vehicles are electric? So as far as flying cars are concerned, we haven't even got to the 50 years yet. It'll be there because of the acceleration in technology. But from the start to finish, I mean, they've been going at it for a long time. So if this is the case for electric, if it's an electric airplane, it's not doing very well. It's aborted takeoff. All right. Next thing I had was a question about, so the question came in right here. The first question was GBTC. GBTC, where is support? GBTC is Bitcoin Investment Trust. See this beautiful cup and its tiny little handle, and then a breakout to the upside. First, you have to go one step at a time. We haven't even got a peak yet in leg E. So let's just do this, because I can only tell you where the support is from where the top is, and I don't know if this is the top. The stochastic's at 94. The MACD is good. The relative strength is fabulous. Not even overbought yet. And the 9 is way over the 14. The price is way over the 9. So let's go one step at a time. Let's see how 71, it's at 76 right now. 71 is just the 9-period exponential moving average support. 68 is the secondary, the lower 14-period exponential moving average support, the black line. So let's do one step at a time. We haven't got even a turnaround, let alone a sell signal. I don't want to go there just yet because it's a moving. The proxy that I'd use is I haven't got one yet. So that's number one. Number two is there was another question that asked about, and then another question, I can't remember where it is, was looking at Bitcoin, and it's the same thing. I've got leg E. So what I can say, though, about Bitcoin is that the on-balance volume is very overbought. And that just says the very short term says at 96 point, I think it's going to miss 100,000, or at least 100,000 is going to be a barrier. I don't think we go right through it and keep going. So I'm watching that very closely. But from today's high of 98,860, all I can say is that the whole area of 90 to 86 on a weekly basis, let alone the daily, but on a weekly basis is going to be very important no matter how high we go, because that is an area that gets you to a phase above the previous high. The previous high, remember, was way back in March of 2024. It turns out that it was this year. What a year. What a busy year. And that was at 79. It's called at 80,000. So not even getting there. It's still the upper part that I'm looking at. So I don't want to go there. I'm only going to say I haven't got a signal yet. if I get a signal in the next 2-3 days, it'll have to be that Bitcoin overnight has plummeted below 90, 91, or 90. It's going to make it 90,000. And that'll say to me, okay, this is going to be much deeper. But up until then, I still see the activity is going to the upside. Certainly a single day pullback, 1 or 2 days, and then a new high maybe. So let's just not do that. If you're in it, if you're getting a little nervous, always the best thing, take a little bit off. It's just, it's just for money management. You want to be able to sleep very comfortably and say, hey, I'm handling the trade. It's not handling me. I prefer that. I just did that a little earlier on when I was talking, and I went along the IW. I went along the right here. I went along right there because I saw the crossover was about to occur, and went all the way up. And I raised. I couldn't do it while I was doing the show, but as I did that, I raised the stop in one of the breaks and got taken out very nicely for another position. And that's just the only way you can do money management. And then it went way lower. Look where it went. Now there's another attempt at a rally in the E-mini. So money management is the best way to do it. And then you kick yourself because you could have been in for a huge move. Well, you know what? Keep kicking, but do money management. It's much better than kicking yourself because you made a horrible, horrible mistake. Just try your best to be as sane as possible. Goog, what would be a good point to add? So Goog, I'm going to Goog. I don't do Google. I should notate Google because that's the trading vehicle, but I go to Goog. Whoa, I didn't see that today. Down 10 at 167. It made a peak F, alternate counter. You remember the double tops we've been talking about? I don't know for how long. Look at this, 183.79. Right here, this is October 30th, and then pulls back very sharply to 170, and then rallies up 14 points to 184.03, fractional new high, closes there, boom. And now, as we're talking, it's at 167. So let's do this. So you have a core position probably, and it's much, I'm sure, I remember you mentioning this once before, Zip, you've got it much lower down. Don't be anxious. With this right shoulder failure pattern potential in the weekly chart, it's like a dreaded H, but it did go to a C. Don't be anxious to add to Google. You see, it's the same as Microsoft. Well, that's the reason why I'm saying NVIDIA could turn out to be something that's very important in a certain way, certain manner. But at this particular moment, you don't have to do anything with it. So yes, Microsoft, dreaded H pattern. I think Microsoft is in the same category of former great winners, just taking a really well-deserved timeout, a long timeout. And so don't be in a rush to go to add to Google. Let's look at it together. Give me a yell when Google, if it does get to, if it hits the 163 200 period exponential moving average, I'm almost certain that I'll say that's the moment that you can have a trade, not in your whole position that you think is long-term, just a trading position. Let's hold off. Dow's up at 97. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer, the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Hi, folks. Let me just do this because I had a question about it, and I like to do the intraday stuff. It's very important. IWM, is this a leg B in the 120-minute chart? And the answer is yes. Here it is, leg B. And what's really important is see the IWM is up 0.84%, up $1.93 at 232.92. The day is young. Anything can happen. But look what's really important about this. The Dow is up 0.36. The S&P is down 0.23. The QQQ is down 0.03 or something like that. So I think this relative, and that's exactly what I'm trying to point out, that this is now a market that says one by one, we're going to ignore certain areas. They've had their day in the sun. We are looking for new days in the sun. I'm looking for days in the sun. And therefore, you've got to be focused on what is working. And I try in my newsletter, every once in a while we have some dead wood where the market, the prices run up very nicely, and then it just sits. I almost added to today. So yes, IWM is in 120-minute chart leg B, and this is the candle right here that I'd be looking at. First, the candle of the 120-minute chart on the 14th at 13:30, so that's 1:30 in the afternoon, and that has a high of 234.12. So that's another 1.5 points to go. Once it breaks that, it's really important because then you get the next candle, which is from 11:30, which has a high of 236.43. But I'm not going there. One step at a time. Let's see how we go for the full 120-minute chart. You get your candle. I want the second one to have a higher high. So leg B continues. I don't want a peak B here in the next 120-minute chart when this concludes at 11. All right. So that's that. Next question came in. Hood, H-O-O-D, Robin Hood, had a big spike up to a peak G at 37.13. Right here, there's a G. And now it's taking a bit of a breather. It really deserves it. I mean, look at this spike. Leg C, probably a peak C today. And this is going to be the clue to me. So, folks, I don't know if this is going to work 100%. I think there's a good chance that they don't go necessarily together, but it's going to give you a lot of clues. If Robin Hood, over the next, today's Thursday, right? By Tuesday or Wednesday, by Thanksgiving next week, so by the Wednesday, the last trading day before Thanksgiving. If Robinhood has been able to get above 38.50, that's really important. If I don't care if it's here or whether it's after a pop to the 38 area, but if it starts to trade, it's at 35.01, and we are long. But if it starts to trade under 32 any day, it doesn't have to close, it just has to trade under 32.25, it's going to start to tell me that particular area, and that means that you're rotating from the Bitcoin into the golds. It says, watch out, because those two areas you've got to watch very closely, because Bitcoin and the gold stocks are very much, in my world, part of the Robinhood market, and I'm going to be watching it. That's just for me a clue. It might not be correct. So the next thing was LMT. LMT is Lockheed Martin. Look at that. Just a little bit of a bounce off the lows. This is a good sign geopolitically with Lockheed Martin. Where is GD? GD is right there, General Dynamics. Leg C in the monthly chart. Leg D, peak D actually looks like this week in the daily, and it had a bit of a failure pattern right there. Yeah, the only way I can count it is the B minus. Very unusual to go to an all-time high and fail like that. So this is a good sign when you're talking militarily. If Raytheon is down at the bottom, Raytheon down 128.70 October high, down here in the 120 area. Hey, that's a good sign. All right, next question came in. MSTRF, MSTR. Let's see what that's doing. MicroStrategy, MSTR. There we go. MicroStrategy had a huge move up to. What am I going to say? You tell me. What am I going to say? This is PD, E/A, F/B, G/C, right here. And what were you expecting to see at an all-time high? At 543.00. Let me type that in. We're going to be watching this very closely. So this is where you're going to see, am I correct in looking at 543.0? No, I don't have to even put that in. I just put round number high, at least for now. So now you're seeing, look, I didn't do this one because I was busy talking. Look at that nice turnaround. Look at that. Peak A, peak B, and leg C. And 59.39 will be your first target in the E-mini. So what we're looking at is exactly what I wanted to see. Have no idea whether it's going to work, but that's what we were looking at. Is it possible? And today, I wanted to do it, but I don't like to have too many new positions for subscribers on any particular day. We already had two. One is working really well. Both of them are working very well. But what I really wanted to do was to go back for yet another on our core position, to have another trade from the 200-period moving average of Solventum Corporation. Wow, it would have been great. I would have got it because it would have been under yesterday's close for the trade. We've already got this from the 58s. It went to 77. Then we had it. We went to 73. We took off some, put all back, and some people got into a new position with a fabulous rally to the peak D high at 77.17. And look at it, pull back from 77 to 66. I mean, that's a big move. And now it's bouncing. Solventum. The weekly chart needs a lot of work to improve, but the technicals are still pretty good. All right, just wanted to mention that because it did hit my eye. And here's another question came in. Oh, I think I'm missing something. XOM. So look, you've got XOM. Your question. I've been talking about the other one that I love, and I didn't get into it. Still might be early. XOM is ExxonMobil. Yes, this is looking much, much better than XLE. Things are going on, folks, that are very different to what you're anticipating. If you're looking at inflationary levels, well, crude oil is about to move higher, I think. Natural gas is moving higher, but it hasn't broken out. It's just really moving higher. But if you look at the DBA, look at this. This is the grains. Very nice rally. So ExxonMobil is looking really nice. A, B, it's about to start leg C in the daily chart. going back to the previous C that failed. But most importantly, see, you asked me about ExxonMobil. Yes, I do like it. I think it's doing quite nicely right now. This is the one that I really am so impressed with, Chevron, because it's lagging. It's like Bank of America that we've still long, rather than JP Morgan, not the leader. We've got the one that's following. So I think percentage-wise, plus dividend-wise, Chevron might offer more. But your question was Exxon, and I think, yes, Exxon's doing very nicely. Wow. Unperturbed by anything, Exxon just keeps making higher highs and higher lows. Amazing. I'll be back in a moment. Dow, 204. S&P's up 5, down 5.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Yeah, let me just, what is that? What's going on there? Okay, there it is. So I just wanted to do this quickly. I had some questions about it. Did that. Oh, BK, this just showed up as a screamer. BKSY. Oh, I followed this a while back. Black Sky Technology. BKSY. I remember when I saw the symbol, I thought, oh, I've got a Banksy. I found a Banksy. All right, well, just for those of you in, you know what I'm talking about. So this is a leg F to the upside. Yes. So, would I get it now? I wouldn't get it now. It's a little late. Black Sky, the monthly looks horrible. The weekly looks quite nice with a leg A. And we've just got a a leg F, maybe it's an instant restart at 10.11 BKSY. Nah, I wouldn't do anything with that because that's a little too, it needs to pull back some. So the next question was, I'm going there, I'm going there, I'm going there, did that. Oh, question was, where was it? Yes. Could I look at the VIX index just real quickly? The VIX index is pulling back, but not that much. It's down 7 cents. That's 17.09. As long as it's holding up here, for me, that's a really good sign. That's a bullish sign. So where do I stand? We're bullish. We've been bullish for a long time, even though this said that the 11th of November should be a top in a matching time frame. I don't care. I do my homework, and my homework says this 9-period moving average is so strong that we should go at least an attempt to get close to the 44,000 in the Dow and higher. We're at 43,701. That's number one. Number two is, as I see the rotation through the different sectors, I'm impressed. Oh, look at this. The E-mini. Oh, buyers are coming in. I like this very much. So this is a good sign. So the bias is very selective. We're long, and those areas are areas that we've favored for a little while. Some of them we've waited, just pounced, and we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for Steve Rhodes. Should be a great show. Check out